hungry for more power, Megatron plans to corrupt the very core of Cybertron itself with Dark Energon. But to do so, he must first find the Omega Key, which will unlock the gateway to the core. Megatron launches a full-scale assault on Iacon, capital city of the Autobots, where the key is protected by Zeta Prime, leader of the Autobots.
Starscream, continue forward and meet Zeta Prime's armies on the front line.
Have no fear, Lord Megatron. Under my leadership, Decepticon victory is assured.
Do not fail me.
Why aren't we joining the main battle, Megatron?
While Starscream attacks Zeta Prime's armies head-on, we shall move behind enemy lines and obtain the Omega Key.
The Omega what?
The Omega Key grants access to the core of Cybertron.
Once I have access to the core, I will infuse it with Dark Energon and subject the entire planet's energy supply to my will.
Let's get this let's play going, boys. I'm Max Tech 294, and this is
Wasn't
part
Starscream supposed to keep these guys
4 of
occupied?
Even the
There's War for
Autobots are
Cybertron.
foolish enough to leave the stellar
This time the main trio will be
Destroy him!
Megatron, Soundwave, and Breakdown. Breakdown. It gets stuck in my head every time I play him. 2 new characters to go over. So let's start with Soundwave. Sound transforms into a car, not a boombox here. Wow, really? Anyway, his main weapon, as you see, is the Cybertron assault rifle. His secondary is just like Thundercracker. He has the Energon repair ray.
Megatron, sensors indicate Autobot energy signatures nearby.
Where? I don't see anything.
The Autobots are here. No doubt skulking in the shadows.
Anyway, Soundwave's ability. He can spawn a sentry, turret, and a barrier, which totally throws people off if you're used to the dash
All
ability.
around us.
Return fire!
Breakdown. His primary weapon and only weapon at the beginning of the chapter is the Scatter Blaster. He has the shockwave ability like Starscream and the dash ability like Brawl. He is actually like a certain character that I will get to when I get to him. But right now we're on the last leg of the Decepticon campaign, guys. Welcome to Chapter 3. So, let's get some character information out of the way. Let's start with Megatron.
Megatron!
Oh.
The Dark Energon is proving every bit as formidable as you predicted. The Autobot armies crumble before it.
Excellent, Starscream. Continue engaging them so that I can acquire the Omega Key.
There's something off about that Starscream guy, Megatron.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust him.
Oh. Scream about his but he shows a rare cunning that I find intriguing.
Anyway, Megatron begins his insurrection during the war in a search for Dark Energon, which he believes will aid him in returning Cybertron to glory. He starts by gathering the right amount of talent to form his Decepticon army. In his optics, he is a hero. Really? Yeah, that's all they have about him. Or WFC, anyway. Okay, let's with some G1 Megatron. Okay. Megatron is founder of the Decepticon Uprising and their most well-known and feared leader. As a young, charismatic leader forged in battle and in the heritage of war, he began to believe in a grand purpose for his race. It is the Transformers' glorious destiny to rule an empire, which will span the universe, the opposite of his mortal enemy Optimus Prime. He feels great contempt for other Transformers who, he feels, betray their proud heritage by demanding peace and cooperation with the weaker life forms. It is the destiny of the Decepticons to bring order to the universe through conquest.
Fuse the batteries
Through
with dark
though
energy.
in millions of years since coining this purpose, it remains to be seen how much of his mission statement is altruistic, and how much of it is mere words felt to fuel warriors to further his desire for personal power.
Soundwave, damage report.
Megatron will accept almost anything to achieve his goals, but his schemes are rarely in any way subtle. This is perhaps due to his arrogance, but his pride is not so strong as to dissuade him from abandoning a battle he is losing. Some would question his sanity, though these few are mostly now dead by his hand, or his fusion cannon. It's depending on his mood, sometimes he uses his Energon mace to strike them down. It doesn't matter how they die, death by the hands of Megatron is an honor. His Earth alternate mode is usually a modified Walther P-38. His fusion cannon becomes the scope.
Tranquil contemplation.
Sometimes Megatron is later reborn as Galvatron. Yeah, he's not in the game. Trust me.
What a waste of time and resources. Decepticons, find the Omega Key.
One empty container.
That is one empty container.
Megatron, I'm warning you right now. You are toying with forces beyond your understanding or control. Ah, Zeta Prime. I see you're still afraid to face me in person.
Predictable as ever, right down to the empty words. The Omega Key is under my protection now, Megatron.
That is hardly a deterrent. I will enjoy taking the Omega Key from your lifeless
Okay.
hands.
The achievement there is an achievement here. All you have to do is destroy every single planet that's surrounding Cybertron and survive this battle, of course. I was doing that a little bit earlier before the one empty container happened. And that's me trying to use Scatter Blaster with little to no avail. And that's ultimately getting down. Anyway, destroy all the planets, defeat all the Autobot hordes, and leave, and you get the achievement. What will happen after you destroy every single planet, it shows of what Cybertron will look like after Megatron has corrupted the core. Anyway, time for Soundwave. Totally loyal to Megatron, Soundwave is Megatron's most trusted and closest lieutenant, commanding a great deal of Megatron's army, often acting as his right-hand man in the absence of Decepticon second in command, Shockwave. Really? Oh, I thought Starscream was. He is known for being such a nerd and was once placed in charge of Chaos Prison. Well, in this continuity, Starscream isn't second in command. In the Prime cartoon, which I still say this should be connected to it, Soundwave is completely silent. He's preferring to observe and record everything going on around him, and use parts of other bots and cons, synthesis he wears as his own. His loyalty to Megatron remains unquestionable, and he keeps a wary optic on his fellow Decepticons, when they began feeling like standing against their master. See, this is what I don't think. Since it's like Gen 1 Soundwave, he shouldn't be connected to the Soundwave in Prime, because he not only does he transform into a plane there, but he's silent and only gets like one line in the entire series. Anyway, let's do Gen 1.
Into the tunnel, Decepticons, and try not to get crushed by the trains.
You're joking, right?
Yes, Breakdown.
Let's see, Soundwave is one of Megatron's most reliable troops, and he has positioned himself comfortably and irreplaceably in Megatron's upper command structure. This is Gen 1, by the way. He stands at the Decepticons' leader's side as a confident, though only communications officer. He is comparable to Starscream and Shockwave in rank, and is the only one of the three to display consistent loyalty to Megatron. Soundwave usually is wise to Starscream studies his plots and reports them to Megatron quickly. Soundwave guards his place in the hierarchy fiercely. Other Decepticons, except Megatron, see him as a two-faced snake since as communications officer, Soundwave hears all and doesn't hesitate to use blackmail to keep himself high in Megatron's esteem. The other Decepticons wouldn't mind abandoning him on the battlefield if they thought Megatron would let them get away with it. Soundwave commands a legion of cassette troops. Who uses cassettes anymore? Seriously. To carry out tasks big and small, he has a symbolic relationship with them, providing them transportation in a cheap and cramped place to live inside his chest. In return, they perform spy and recon missions for him and make sure no one calls him uncharismatic. Yeah, cassette tapes, good gravy. Nobody has used that in forever. I mean, I technically still do, but that's my mom's fan, and we're trying to get rid of this stupid thing because of how old it is. And how broken down it got. Oh well. Anyway, in this, I say Breakdown's a rookie, just by the way he acts. Okay, Breakdown. Breakdown is extremely paranoid. Oh, but he thinks that everyone and everything is out to get him. He prefers to do his duties in anonymously, whatever. He whines like there's no tomorrow, which he may think is true. He is very fast and often wants to race with other Decepticons. And Breakdown's ego is second only to Starscream's. Anonymity, whatever. But these days, Breakdown seems to have gotten over his paranoia and works as a knockout medical assistant. And he went from a racer to a Jeep. That doesn't make sense. The latter saddles with him as all the hard work, but Breakdown seems not to be uneasy about this. He has also taken on a more bulky appearance and loves to smash anything he's directed at. Even after losing an optic to some human pest, he's still eager to prove his worth to the Decepticon cause, even though he gets killed. He also has an unspecified with Autobot bulkhead. See, they don't even explain that. He's a Jeep, I think, it looks like it, and crime. His personality doesn't match the game at all. There's too many inconsistencies. I'm serious. I'm sorry.
From there, we can infiltrate the lower levels of Iacon.
What? That's it? I was kind of having fun. In a high-speed suicidal kind
Yeah,
of
and
way.
there we go. Breakdown Gen 1.
Train coming! Get out of
Breakdown
the way!
has an acute case of paranoia. Oh, well, they kept that. He genuinely believes that beings, both living and inanimate, are watching him. Breakdown doesn't like to stand out of the crowd. He dreads being different and garnering attention. At times, he almost wishes he was human, so he could just disappear and no one would notice. Needless to say, he and Red Alert would be Energon drinking buddies. Breakdown can combine with his fellow Stunticons. Oh wow, he's Stunticon. Fellow Stunticons perform Minotaur. Wow.
Must be destroyed.
You learn something new every day. Or I got 2 minutes to do this next section, otherwise I have to do it in the next video.
Spectre missile deployed!
Interesting.
Somebody help me! I'm fading fast! Look at him all crumpled up like
Chapters. Oh well, it doesn't give any good info. Oh well, forget that. But we have a minute left, so hey Greg, would you guys stand still so I can heal you?
Are you insane?
But
Yes, brilliant, Megatron!
I'll turn it in a minute. Oh well, as we approach the next section, if you like this part, please just subscribe to my channel, like this video, favorite if you really like it. Be sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you guys in the next one whenever that comes out.
The wreckage is in our way, Megatron!
Megatron,
And
any scans,
why does everybody keep leaving me?
our weight.